So always I am looking forward, what is this family of this plant, what is it it is bearing, whether it is bearing the useful flowers, useful fruits. So my inquisitiveness always has been amidst the plants and agriculture. So I have been in this field for almost over 3 decades, handling high technology in the field of genomics, proteomics, metabolomics and bioinformatics. So let us try to see what exactly is there in store as the students of biotechnology and molecular biology. My presentation has got 2 parts. One, I am going to talk on what is happening in the country, what are the opportunities for the biotechnologists and the agricultural scientists, followed by what exactly we are doing in Avastha and how do we help all our fellow students. Vibrant Indian biotech industry. Why do we say so? What are the key opportunities? What are the key differentiators that are available as of today? Biotech is a knowledge-based sector like the IT sector. It is there in the hands of highly knowledgeable people. World-class R&D facilities both in research and academia. Our laboratories are equivalent to or better than any of the laboratories in US, Europe or Far East. Knowledge, skill and cost-effective advantage. One of the advantages that we have got within the country is to produce the items, the biotechnology products, less cost-effective than which is available worldwide. Then the next one is English speaking. All of us will speak English. We can communicate to any part of the world. So that is an advantage unlike the Chinese or any of the other Far East country people. Good regulatory processes. We follow the international regulatory processes in terms of GLPs, the GMPs, the FDAs and whatnot. Many joint ventures on public-private partnership basis. It is true for other industries and it is become true for biotech industries also. Active participation from Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Department of Biotechnology was constituted more than 3 decades back and they have been giving support in terms of technology, in terms of the funding to all the people across the country, both academia, research and private research. Most of the biotech companies are located and they are concentrated in 7 major cities: Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Chennai and Bangalore. Of course, outside these territories are also there are a couple of companies, but this is a concentration of most of the biotech industries in terms of agri-biotech or healthcare. They are all focused on these because of the infrastructure facilities which are currently available. There are over 350 biotech companies in India providing employment for over 50,000 scientists. The figure is going to grow up to 50,000 by year 2050. To give you the market segment of various biotech industries in the country, the total business, the market for 2010 has been $3 billion, $3,000 million. The major chunk has come from pharma industries, biopharma. It is almost 1.9 billion, it is equivalent to $1,900 million. The major companies who are contributed to this are Viacom, the Serum Institute, Parecia, so on and so forth. The second one is the bioservices. We are very, very strong in the country as far as the bioservices are concerned. So we have got about $573 million, Syngene, Quintiles, there are hundreds of them are available, the service providers. Third one is the bioagri, around $420 million, Myco, Monsanto, Rossi, so on and so forth. The bioindustrial, producing a lot of enzymes, industrial enzymes and industrial products. So that is around 122 million. The last but not the least is the bioinformatics. It is about $50 million, making up to 3 billion for 2010. It is envisaged that this year the total revenue for the biotech industry will be around $5 billion. So while putting all these figures, there is a hell of a lot of opportunity available in the biotech field. You did not have to feel sad that we are not in the IT industry. Biotech is also as good as, it may be better than the IT. Just to give you the top agricultural universities, I am not going to mention everything. There are about 50 agricultural universities in the country. IRI, of course, there is the number one and the nodal institute in the country, followed by CNIU and so on. Just to give you some statistics on the availability of the academic research, there are about 400 universities, both governmental and private, and deemed universities, colleges, innumerable hundreds and thousands of them. There are 20 central universities which are there. Many of them were created last year. Indian Institute of Technologies, IITs 13. There were also many of them were created recently. NIT 17, ISERs, NIPERs, KFR, NCTS, ISCs. There are 50 agricultural universities, great opportunities. So I'm not going to go to the details of the medical research and all that. DBT has got their own 9 research institutes. Out of that, 2 are focused themselves on the agriculture. NIPGR, New Delhi, and Navi in Mumbai. The BSc institutes. Under the CSIR, NBRI, National Botanical Research Institute, and CIMAC, they work mainly on the plants and agriculture. There are almost 45 agricultural research institutes and stations, including the deemed universities and whatnot. Another one which is coming up is the AYUSH, the alternative source of the medical research in the field of Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy. So I think I have been able to give you a perspective of how the biotechnology and industry is growing within the country and what is there in store for the years to come. So with that background, I would like to cover some of the aspects of our Sajja, how we are contributing to the growth of the science within the country. Our Sajjan is one of the leading systems biology company. We deal with the system approach, starting from the genomics, the proteomics, and bioinformatics. It is the convergence and confluence of between the food, pharma, and population genetics. We have evolved technologies, we have involved the research along these lines.